Alright, in this video I'm going to do the opening and review, just the original opening out of the box of the HSD Super Viper, not the electric version, but the turbine version. This is the box it comes in, fairly big box. For the purposes of speeding up the video, I already took it out of the box, but I'm going to show you what type of packaging it actually came in. I did get the aircraft, zero damage. It is completely enclosed with foam. And if the box was to have a big dent, it's not going to get to the airplane, so you don't have to worry about shipping damage. Now, what you actually get is everything over here, with the exception of the green stand. That's separate. It's a two-piece body. You have the back portion of it, and then you have the forward nose of it right over here. I'm going to start off with the main body. It's made out of foam, very durable. I could tell you that I grabbed the wings and literally bended. This one here is made out of fiberglass, and I could tell you that foam seemed harder than the one made out of fiberglass. It's just phenomenal, the amount of strength that these foamies nowadays have. Now, the wing itself, it has an aluminum pipe going down the middle, so it's not just a spar that you stick on there sitting on foam. There's actually more reinforcements. Alright, getting back to the main body. So it does come with the tank, all the electronics. The only thing you need to add is your receiver and your battery, your turbine, and that's it. You're ready to go fly. Everything else comes included with the kit. This one was purchased through dragonhobby.com. Fairly good price. I ended up getting free shipping and no sales tax, which is the best thing of them all. Okay, comes with an 8 amp ultimate BEC. It has a Dean's connector already pre-soldered on there. Over here to the right, if I could get my hand out of the way. Over here to the right, you have the gear door sequencer and the retract sequencer, so everything operates pretty smooth. Electric retracts, and it has electric doors as well. There's no air in this airplane. It's all electric. This board here, it's pretty neat. What it ends up doing, every control surface, aileron, rudder, every control surface has its own servo. Single servo for every control surface. But for the elevator and the ailerons and even the flaps, you would need 2 channels for each servo. What this board ends up doing, it combines everything, so when you actually hook up to your actual receiver, it's just 1 channel for each surface. So you only have to use 1 channel for the elevator, 1 channel for the ailerons, and 1 channel for the flaps. It pretty much mixes everything on there, so it allows you to use radios that you don't need to have 18 channels. You could have one with 8 channels, and you should still be able to operate this jet. Again, everything's already pre-plumbed. The hose there ends up coming out, and ends up coming out to the bottom. The forward part of it, the hose here, would end up going to the front of the nose, and it has a air trap, and I'll cover that in a minute. So the way the front end hooks up, there's 4 bolts, and basically you grab the front end, you put it over here, and there's 4 bolts. You screw them in, and that's all you got to do. Because this is the turbine version, I'm actually going to epoxy the nose to the main body, just because I want to get a little bit more rigid on the airframe due to the higher G loads compared to the EDF. Okay, so going back to the nose. This is the way the nose comes. It comes with the air trap. The way the air trap is, it's not quite a BVM air trap, but it works pretty good. It has this aluminum pipe, the green one, and then it has the pickup part right over here. So when you insert it, the pickup is always going to be in the middle, and whatever air pocket you have in there, if you filled it correctly, the air pocket's always going to be somewhere on the outside touching the plastic, and it should never actually touch the pickup area, and that's how you eliminate the bubbles. This is the forward section. The air trap actually goes in here. It has the Velcro, so it goes right in there. If you notice the wire leads over here, they're all pre-numbered. So for example, there you see one where it says number 4. Well, when you hook up the nose, you come over to the main one, and then you find the number 4, and there's the number 4 right there. And all you have to do is hook them up, and that's really it. There's no guessing work as to what's what and which wire goes where. Great job. They did that fairly easy for people that really don't know a whole lot into RC. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad. It has a door for the front retract, so when the retracts up, you have the gear door covered. It does have a canopy. This is a canopy. It does not come with any pilots, but if you want to get pilots, it's fairly easy. All you got to do is turn it around, take the seats off, glue your pilot, glue the foam back on there, and you're pretty much ready to go. That's actually a no-brainer. Moving on to the rest of it, every part where you're going to have a control surface, so an elevator, rudder, or even the main wing, it's not foam on foam. It's going to be plastic on plastic. What happens is, what they ended up doing, you could kind of see the plastic is glued on there, and then when you join the wing, there's the wing, that's also plastic. So it makes for fairly good solid contact, and it holds up better than foam. Carbon fiber spar for the main wing, and then for the elevator in the back as well. For the main wing, you don't need to connect any wires whatsoever. Here you have male connectors, and on the wing you have female connectors. So all you literally do is bolt the wing to the carbon fiber spar. The connectors will make contact on their own, and then you have two bolts that you have to bolt through the top. You can see them there. They have a brass insert, so you can screw them down and don't have to worry about stripping them. Again, you're not screwing screws on foam. You're actually screwing them onto plastic. It holds up fairly well. The back is the same way, with the exception of you have to screw it on from the bottom. So if you needed to transport this, it would be really easy to disassemble and really fit in a really compact car. I mean, you could even stick this on back of the trunk of like a Honda Civic or Accord. Very, very compact. Okay, the back does have servo wires. Obviously, I believe HSD, they didn't really intended the elevator or the rudder to be taken apart every single time, but if you have to, you could. It's fairly easy. Alright, I'm going to take the hatch off where the turbine goes. This is what the bottom of the hatch looks like. It has some sort of protected coating on there. It almost feels like cloth. I highly suggest you put aluminum tape on there. One of my friends has one that's flying, and wherever anything that's near the turbine just gets way too hot, and part of it, like this part here, started to actually melt. So he ended up putting the aluminum tape, and that seemed to resolve the issue. And he did the same thing with the bottom of the hatch. Now HSD did put some sort of aluminum tape on some parts. So over here you're going to notice there's already aluminum, and then the bottom's protected with a plate to put on there. The pipe's pre-installed. Wherever the pipe touches, it's on a piece of wood, so the pipe doesn't make contact whatsoever with the actual foam. It's completely isolated from the foam. And it's literally a plug and play with the turbine. I'll install one here in just a minute. This is the back of it, where it actually comes out the back. This is looking all the way through. The pipe's fairly good. Appears to be stainless steel that's actually welded together. So here I have the turbine. I'm going to install the turbine real quick, just so you could see how easy it's going to be to install this. You could literally build the kit and have this thing flying in one day. The turbine bolts don't line up directly, so I'm going to have to re-drill them, but it's not a big deal. They're not off by that much, and you're going to be drilling into plywood. So this is where the turbine would actually go. It doesn't get any easier than that. Okay, let's talk about the wing. So this is the wing. Has retracts, the wheels, bearings with electric brakes. Awesome. Has flaps built into them, and then obviously your ailerons. For the purposes of shipping, they didn't put the control horn on one of them, on the ailerons, but they do give you all the other spare parts that you're going to need to put the airplane together. So adding that's not really a big deal. If you flip the wing over, let me do that real quick. This is what the top of the wing looks like. All the stickers are installed. Some of them are water transfer, some of them are actually vinyl sticker. It has a combination of both. I can tell you just by looking at this, the quality is great. So I'll do additional videos once I start building it, and I'll post that, and I'll actually post when we end up doing the maiden.